Hi there, and welcome to another episode of Charlotte Pride TV. This week we are really excited to share with you local queer women-owned businesses for Lesbian Visibility Day. We're really excited because we know how important it is to support our own community. And right now, sometimes it can be hard during the pandemic to find new, awesome queer women to support. And hey, we've got 5 of those today. We hope you enjoy and that you check out some of these awesome folks.
My name is Dianna Ward. I am the Executive Director of Charlotte B-Cycle. I wear many hats. I also own Charlotte NC Tours, which operates under 4 different names in 4 different cities. Charlotte NC Tours, Chattanooga Segway Tours, Kansas City Segway and Bike, and Greenville Glides. In addition to that, I also own In-Town Charlotte e-delivery service, a pandemic creation, a electric bike delivery service. We deliver for locally owned restaurants within the urban core. We also really have a focus on small restaurants, so that's the focus there. In addition to that, I've dabbled in development and purchased and renovated my first building with a couple of business partners. So that is just now getting off of the ground. We had our first business open this past week in April.
I'm Danielle Codere. I'm the owner of Free Range Unicorn. My pronouns are she, her. Free Range Unicorn is a digital marketing agency and consulting agency for small to mid-sized businesses.
Hi, my name is Jade Reese, and I am the founder of Prepper Hangout. And my business is to help the common everyday person be prepared for whatever comes their way. It's basically shit your grandma knew. So we want to take that and apply it to now, so that when there's a pandemic comes or a flood, I've got a lot of people in hurricane areas, then you're prepared, and if you need to hold up for a while, you can.
I am Chef Joya. I am a personal chef here in Charlotte, North Carolina that specializes in vegan cuisine. I am known for my cuisine nationwide, and I'm pretty much called the best vegan chef there is.
I am Nikki Eason, and my pronouns are she and her, and I am a business owner. I'm a business owner of a few different businesses, actually. I am the owner of The Androgynous Model, the creator, producer, and director of The Androgynous Model. I'm the owner of Mogul Moments, and I'm also the design ambassador program lead for Sharp Suiting. I know that is a lot, but I like to not solidify myself to one thing, so I call myself a mogul, which mogul stands for a miracle of greatness under love.
I got started as a vegan chef back in 2018, actually. 2017 is when I transitioned into being a personal chef, but in 2018, I myself went vegan, and I challenged my clients to do vegan eating for 30 days. And after the 30 days, I just stuck with it, but then I also turned my focus into just creating vegan cuisines, and there was a need for it because there were so many things that people thought they couldn't have anymore, and I made it my mission to create those dishes so people can have any and everything that they wanted.
I started my business, Free Range Unicorn, because I was tired of working for somebody else. I was ready to think outside of the box, and I am multi-talented, and I realized that my skills didn't really fit into one job description. So opening up Free Range Unicorn really allowed me to use all of the different things that I love, all of my talents, and help as many people as I want. It was a way for me to be limitless.
So when I started modeling men's clothes, there wasn't an opportunity for me to be a part of a lot of different brands or a lot of different organizations to represent their brand how I am, the way that I am. So I was like, this is not right. Why is that? So actually, I had this vision and created my own business, which is how the Androgynous Model came about. It's very similar to America's Next Top Model, where I pretty much play the Tyra Banks of the show. And I feature a lot of androgynous people on the show, and I put them through challenges to help them overcome fear or self-awareness or self-confidence, with hopes of them accepting themselves and then providing more opportunities for them to represent big brands, or letting these companies and organizations know why it's important to be diverse and inclusive. So I started that primarily it's because there was no opportunity, for me, for someone like me. And I started to look into the entertainment world, and I didn't see people that looked like me. But I learned that in order to be a part of that, it's okay to be the first. It's okay to be the change that you wish to see in the world. And that's why I started to accept that.
Growing up in the hills of North Carolina, it was, we didn't call it prepping, that was just what we did. So after the pandemic hit last year, I kind of looked around and I saw that the majority of people had no idea. They could not even live a week without being like, holy crap, I don't have food, or I don't have, the basic needs. So I saw a way that I could help people and fill that need, and also grow my business. Plus, it's one of the most fun things on the planet because, I get to play with gadgets, I get to blow shit up, I get to just, I don't know, it's just one of the most fun things ever, because it's like this big giant puzzle of how can I make people's life better so that when the shit hits the fan, then they can not just survive, but actually thrive in their environment. Because, we all work hard to create the lifestyle that we want. So when something happens, I don't want to go back to ramen noodles like I did in college. So I really want to thrive when the shit hits the fan. So that's why I started this business.
I actually have a fifth life. I'm an applied mathematician, and started off working in glass research for Corning, and evolved and went over to work in banking. So I worked for Bank of America, Wachovia, Wells Fargo. Those jobs were incredible, and I got a lot of opportunity, learned a lot, wrote a lot of business proposals, and said that I am really good at this. I was highly regarded, and I was like, and you know what, I can do this for myself. So I decided that I wanted to open a tour company after traveling for the first time overseas. I went to Prague and Budapest, and I said, you know what, Charlotte is as beautiful as both of these places. They may not have the visible history that these places have, but we have a history. And I felt like this is something people are going to want. So when we opened up, we were one of just a couple of tour companies in the city.
Supporting queer women-owned businesses is so important, because if you are somebody who is looking for a creative and innovative and authentic person, look no further than somebody who identifies as queer, especially queer women, I think, because we just work really hard to stand in our truth, in our alignment. And if we can do that in our personal lives, we are totally coming through on a business level.
Queer and women-owned business matter because, one, we're here and we deserve the opportunity. And there are a lot of people who are queer and women, especially people of color, that want to see other people like them owning businesses so they feel like they have the opportunity to do the same. It matters because we belong, we fill the void. We are actually empowering other people to be themselves. When you look out into the world and you don't see people that don't look like you don't feel like you can do it. You can't be what you can't see, right? So it's important for people to know that queer women-owned businesses matter in this world because of everything that's going on, and we're also giving a voice to the voiceless. And I think that that's important. And if there is a queer woman-owned business that support it, because at one time they didn't have that opportunity, and now we do. And I just say, hey, look out, because we're on our way.
And I think it's particularly important to support our queer-owned businesses, because from that perspective, again, we have survived in so many different scenarios that other populations don't have. And just by bringing that to the marketplace and to the community as a whole, I think it just supports humanity in general to just lift up and realize that we are all we are all one group.
Supporting queer and women-owned businesses is important because they need to be visible. They need to be more than just entertainers. You have to see the business that is run by these women because there's so many different aspects of the business. I know a lot of apparel brand businesses that's ran by women, queer women, restaurants, especially in the food industry, and then you have like real estate. So there's so many people out there that's women and queer that has these businesses that should be supported.
The reason that it's important to support queer and women-owned businesses is in a lot of cases, we don't have all of the resources that we need to get the word out. I would say that specifically people of color don't necessarily have a lot of money when they're starting off their businesses, and therefore the things that need to happen like marketing, communication, social media, all of those paid items, we may not have the money to do all of those things. And so basically it's just you're helping to get the word out about people who may or may not be able to do that on their own. It's, the whole notion of it taking money to make money, that's not a joke. That is a truth. And starting your own business, it takes money to make money. And if you don't have a lot when you're starting out and you just have a good concept and nobody's loaning you money when you first start a business, the more people that can support, and then we have these nice platforms called social media, sharing that information just helps with people who don't have the resources to do those things themselves. People can find us on the regular channels. We have social media pages for each one of our businesses. For Charlotte NC Tours, for Greenville Glides, Kansas City Segway Tour, Chattanooga Segway. You can find us through social media. You can also find us online at, so if you Google Charlotte Segway, you're going to find Charlotte NC Tours. If you Google Greenville Segway, you're going to find Greenville Glides. So use a few keywords and you'll find us in all of those places. With respect to the delivery service, we're just intown, intoWNCLT.com. And you can find us there. If you have a restaurant, we'd love to deliver for you. We're getting ready to make a few changes to that model to be a more efficient delivery service. And so that's how you find us. If you're looking for a space, our building unfortunately is full, but maybe with our next project, you'll be able to have better luck.
Okay, so if you want to find me, you can find me on Facebook at Prepper Hangout. You can also go to my URL, which is prepperhangout.com. I'm starting a YouTube channel, so you can look me up again, Prepper Hangout. So just type in Prepper Hangout and come hang out with us out on Facebook. I'm also on Pinterest, so you can find me there. So again, that's prepperhangout.com.
If you want to find me or contact me, you can contact me through email at theandrogynousmodel@gmail.com. You can hit me up at mogulmoments@yahoo.com or nikki@sharpsuiting.com. I gave all three because it depends on what you need, from me. You can find me on social media, Instagram, Nikki_Eason or the Andro Model TV. And also you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Nikki Eason, the Androgynous Model, or just type in Nikki Eason and I'm sure something is gonna come up. Either way kind of works for me.
You can get in touch with me through my website at cookingwithjoya.com, and I'm very active on my social media, especially Instagram. I'm Cooking with Joya on there as well, and if you go to TikTok, you can find me as Chef Joya. What I have new coming up is I am starting my YouTube series back up, which is called Say What Is Vegan, that I originally started back in 2018. And I did a little bit, but it kind of went in a different direction. So I'm super excited. 3 years later, I'm back at it, and it's going to be coming out bigger and better because it's such a need for it, especially when I'm all over social media creating. People want longer videos. So I'll do like a 60-second video on TikTok or a 3-minute video, but they want like a full video. And it's so much of an interest because people are transitioning to being vegan, and they want to know how to get these wild ideas that actually taste like the food that they're used to eating.
You can get in touch with me by looking me up on Instagram at freerangeunicorn_, or you can go to www.freerangeunicorn.com and let me know you want to get on my calendar and we can talk.